Are you a product-based business wondering what the best ideas are for Instagram Reels in order to use them effectively to grow your brand? That's what we're going to talk about in this video. I'm actually going to give you 3 main amazing ideas that you can take and run with for your product-based business for Reels. And then at the very end, I'm going to give you an example of each of those ideas and how other product-based businesses have used it. So be sure to stick around till the very end so you can see those exact examples. Real quick, I also do have a free Reels class. It's a whole hour on exactly how to use Reels to grow your reach, followers, and customers. So we'll have that link right below this video. It'll be linked right here if you want to pop over and sign up real quick. And now let's go ahead and jump into the first idea. Idea number 1 is to show off your product. So really within this, there are so many different things that you can do. You can show your product in action, like how do your customers use the product? Where do they use it? I've even seen examples of like macrame artists who make these little like decorative rear view mirror things that get hung, and seen some reels where they are showing like those being used in action. That's a good example. Or maybe your audience like wears the product, right? So maybe do some reels of, either showing off your customers wearing the products or yourself wearing the product and what it looks like. There's so many different things you can think about when it comes to how to show it off. You can show it off in the sense of how is it different from other products, right? So maybe you sell jewelry. How is your jewelry different from other jewelry companies? Maybe you have an awesome mission. Maybe it's unique in some way in the way that someone would use it, right? Maybe it shares a message or a story. Make sure you're showing off what your product is and how your customer could use it, gain value from it, why they would benefit them to buy from your business over another product-based business. Idea number 2 is to show off your product creation process. And again, you can really break this down in a lot of different ways. And, I even think about like there are some reels that show like for artists from start to finish, like how they are creating their art. And maybe it's just showing the blank canvas and then they snap and then it shows the final like artwork that someone can purchase, right? So that's a good example. You can also think about, what's your process for how you, maybe store your products, get your products to your customers, things like that. Like I know I've seen a lot of, shops that sell stickers and things like that, show how they organize their products, like their home office or home studio, and exactly like how they're organizing them in all of these little cubbies. And to me, that's fascinating. As someone who does not own like a product-based business, I love seeing that kind of peek into the behind the scenes. Like even think about how much we love to see the process of how something is created, and we feel much more invested in how something is created if we know the process it took someone to get there. So think about how you can show this off either in the way, like the way you create it, the way that you are storing it, even the way that you are packaging products, right? There's some really cool reels, especially if you have a really like beautiful way that you package your products and ship them to your customers. You can show that off in a reel. And again, and these reels don't have to be anything complicated, right? A lot of the reels examples I'm going to show you are simple, like under 10-second reels that would not take you very long to create. And so showing off your product creation process can actually be a really awesome way to create reels, invite your audience along on the journey to grow your audience. And again, giving people that little behind the scenes look they might not otherwise be able to see. Idea number 3 for product-based businesses is to utilize trends, trending sounds, trending music, all of those things. This one kind of almost overlaps into the first 2 ideas. And I know it's not like a specific idea, but I really wanted to include it as an idea because the reason why it's so important is, it helps you to be like jumping on trends, helps you to stay relevant, to be relatable to what's happening within Instagram Reels. And jumping on trends can be a really awesome way to do that. And I wanted to share a couple examples here. So first of all, a trend or trending sound or audio can simply be the background music or the background audio to you doing something within a reel. So maybe you are showing how you package up your products, like it's a time lapse, and then the background audio is from a trending audio that kind of makes sense and goes with what you are creating, right? And so instead of using like just a random song that you might find, make sure that you're incorporating and using trends, and even you can jump on trends too. I'm going to show you one here in a second that a product-based business jumped on, and it helps you to feel a little bit relatable to your audience, right? Especially if you are willing to put yourself on camera and put yourself yourself in front of the camera, put a face to your brand, especially if you are the person behind your business. People connect with people way more than they do just products, right? And so if you're able to incorporate yourself into your brand, maybe by jumping on some of these trends, maybe by doing some lip sync trends, which we have a ton of videos on this YouTube channel all about reels. So if you want to know how to create some of these videos, be sure to check out. We've got a ton of videos about that. But, you know, it can be a really cool way to not only grow your account, but be relatable, build connection with your audience because they're seeing your face, they're seeing you in front of the camera, and that can only make them more connected to your product-based business. I know for me, a good example of this is there's many different like boutiques that I follow, many different types of just different like clothing brands. I love to buy clothes. I love to, it's just something that I really enjoy spending my free money on. And there's a clothing boutique called Carly Jean Los Angeles, and they overall just within their brand do such a great job. Carly Jean is obviously the person behind the brand, and she does a really good job of showing up on social media as well as her entire team. So even if you are someone, whether you are a one-person show or you are an entire team, I think that can be a really cool way to, like, I feel so much more connected to Carly Jean and their boutique, right, than I do like some other boutiques that I follow, simply because they are willing to put themselves either in Instagram Reels, Instagram Lives, in their images, and incorporate themselves into the brand. So even if you don't have a boutique, like maybe you are someone who sells like some sort of product on Etsy or stickers or something like that, you can even incorporate yourself by like holding up your products, right? Taking images, doing reels of things like that. It doesn't have to be something that you wear in order to incorporate yourself into your brand. But I do think, again, if you're willing to do that, like I honestly, and I know this is just so true, you feel so much more connected when you can see the person, you get to know the person a little bit behind the brand. So, you know, it helps your audience to feel more connected to you. And so trends is actually a really great way to jump in on that and to build that connection with your audience. All right, now I'm gonna show you a few examples of some product-based business reels that I personally think were done really well. It might get your creative wheels turning and thinking about what are some ways you can like actually use these different ideas we talked about in this video. So I do have my audio turned off simply because if I upload this video that you're watching to YouTube and the audio is not mine, I can get copyright striked for that. Don't want that to happen. So I will have the exact links to these reels right below this video. So if you go down there, we'll put them right down there and you can click on over and listen to the audio of these reels yourself if you're curious. But I am also gonna show you visually on the screen with my phone right here. So if we tap on this first one, this one's a really good example when we talked about the product creation process and showing that in a reel. So this is a really good example. The sound, if you go over to Instagram and listen to it, it's kind of like a snapping sound that like snaps over and over. And this reel, I'm gonna hit watch again so you can see it one more time, is just showing off like for this child like boutique, baby clothes boutique, like how they package up their products and send them. And it's so simple, right? Like such a simple way to show that off. And you can see it gained almost 8,000 likes. I don't know the exact views on this one, but that's just such a cool way to, again, bring your audience on the product creation process. Can be something as simple as this. They have to do this, like you literally set up your phone in the same place, get a video snippet of each step of the process, and then piece all of those things together. Okay, so now we're gonna go to the second one I wanna show you. And this one is actually, I would say it kind of falls under showing off your product and the product creation process, because it's like at the same, this reel, first of all, these are beautiful. I'm like obsessed with them. But not only are you getting to see the actual product and she's like holding it and you can feel it or you can see it, like what it looks like, you're also getting a glimpse into what the product creation process looks like. And, you know, taking it out of the mold, and you can kind of get a glimpse into like, oh, like that's so cool that like this person is creating something so beautiful, and you can kind of get an idea of like how they are creating it. And this reel did really, really well. It has over 1 million likes, and I know when I checked the views, it's like 11 million views or something crazy like that. And how cool is that for a product-based business and a brand to be able to have that kind of reach, you know? And I can only imagine how it grew their business. And so when we go to their page, we can see you know, all the different types of products they create, and, you know, you're able to purchase if you want to. So I just thought that was a really good example of that, and it was just beautiful. So the next one I want to show you guys is this one right here. And this is a really good idea from Simply Made by Becca. She jumped on a trend. The audio, if you go listen to it, it's like the audio that's like, come back, come back. And so even as a product-based business, she makes jewelry, and she was able to be relatable and incorporate it into her niche and jump on that trend and put herself in front of the camera and help to build that connection with her audience. She does a really good job of that in a lot of her reels. If you want to go check them out, I've enjoyed just like following along with her. And again, like I feel so much more connected to her as a jewelry maker than I do any other jewelry makers that I follow, because she's willing to put her face to her brand and to jump on some of these trends and relate it back to her niche. So I hope this was super duper helpful for you guys, and that you learned a ton about Instagram Reels and exactly like how you can apply and use Instagram Reels for your product-based business. If you found this super helpful, be sure to join that free Reels class that I talked about earlier in this video. The link will be right below, and you can sign up and you can watch it instantly actually. So it's about an hour long, and it teaches you more about like strategies with Reels, how to grow your reach, followers, and customers with Reels, how them actually be impactful for your business or your brand. So be sure to check that out. And as always, be sure to subscribe, because I know a lot of you who watch my videos are still not subscribed. So if you're one of those people, it would mean the world to me. It really does truly helps to support my channel if you are subscribed. And also if you hit that like button on the video, helps more people to see all of the awesome content we're putting out for you guys every single week. And we do that every Tuesdays when we upload a new video. So if you do subscribe and turn on the notification bell, you'll be up to date on every time we upload a new video, Tuesday at noon Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.